Some of the hardest parts of repairing your motorcycle is trying to diagnose exactly what the problem is. If you remember from my last video, I was trying to figure out why my bike was not operating properly. Well, with a little bit of deducting, we figured out what was going on. We had it narrowed down, and so I had to replace the fuel filter in my bike. So I got the fuel filter replaced and the problem still persisted. So I called Joel from Joel's mobile V-Twine service, and we started looking deeper into this problem and trying to figure out what exactly was going on. It seemed like the bike was still acting a little bit crazy. The throttle was not working the way it should, and something just didn't sit right. So Joel checked the codes, and it came up with P0118, overheat or open, saying that the heat sensor was saying that there was something, the bike was overheating. So we knew that wasn't the case, and it was a lot of trying to figure out what was going on. What's been happening is the bike has just been stalling when I would stop, or stall as I was riding along, and it didn't seem to matter what the heck was going on. So we wanted to make sure that it wasn't a wire that was broken. We did find one of the pins in the plug that was not very tight, and so replaced that pin. So sometimes when you have problems, I think it can be more than one problem, and that's why it's so difficult to fix sometimes. So after a test drive to see what was going on, we realized that it still had not been repaired. We couldn't figure out exactly quite what was wrong. So back on the computer it went. So at this point, Joel figured that what is probably the problem is actually the heat sensor itself. So we tried to replace the heat sensor.
Temperature sensor, you can see it right there. It's in the front head. And we're just going to get a socket and an adapter, and I might be able to sneak in just like that.
Wow.
That would simplify things for both.
There we go.
Let me give you the old clickety click and bob a trick.
Wow, and it's out. So there's the old one.
Yeah, and there's physically you won't see anything different about them, other than say like a little production date or something that's stamped on it.
Wow.
And I mean, it's just a wire that runs inside the thing, and there's not a lot to it. And if you look in there right now, you'll see that there's just a threaded hole in the head.
Yeah.
So it's not special, not to make it feel insignificant, but there's really not much to them. And we'll just get that.
This is a job that most anybody could do.
Yes. Yeah. Diagnosing it was the tricky part.
Yeah, well that's exactly.
But as far as, I mean, for a $50 part,
yeah.
50 Canadian, and then to run it in there, and I mean, just like that.
That's all there is to it, eh? These are your kind of repairs, eh?
Oh yeah. Once we figure it out, and you go, all right.
Yeah.
And as long as we're
spent all my money yesterday getting it diagnosed.
Yeah, as long as we're good for the win, then that's you know.
And then that's just a cover that covers it up.
Yeah, just a boot, and you can tell when you look in there, there is a. I'll peel this back a little bit, and you can see that there's an up way and a down way, right?
Yeah.
Like you can see the shape of it. So I gotta put this one upside down from what it was before, but. Come on. It's the hardest part of the job.
Just getting it back in there.
Oh, I can feel that it's right there. Come on, you. Well, shit sakes.
The marvels of editing. You'll be done this
Right,
in
right.
1 second.
Look like a pro.
Oh yeah.
Pop her on there, and I mean, you can. There, it clicked. Yeah, just like that. Et voila.
And there we are, complete. All right. So my bike is fixed. Finally, it's fixed. So I'm going to take it out for a little test ride and pick up some dinner for my lovely wife. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you wouldn't mind, slam that subscribe button. So if you need your bike fixed and you live in Kitchener-Waterloo area, give Joel's V-Twin service a call.